let's stop messing around. Let's start the recording. And why is this browser so slow? Like, I don't get it. It, what is it doing that the HUD is this slow? If you built this same system using UMG, it would not be this slow. I don't get it. I don't get it. Also, everything's disappeared, doesn't it? Right. So I need RPG. Oh, St. Gregory's here. Okay, St. Gregory's here. 5EA is here. But RPG STPQRS should be right here, and it's not. Secret health bars. Don't look at that. So I'm gonna have to go to my documents. I'm gonna have to go to the G drive. Unreal Projects. RPG TBD. Oh, that's not good. There's no project file. Oh no. Nice. Right, okay, so I'm gonna have to make a new project. I don't think there's anything you can't see here. It's just all my fucking projects. There's no project file. It's fine. If there's no project file, I can just delete that, right? It's really annoying. It's like it's a personal level annoyance that Unreal projects are by default VR. They don't need to be. They don't need to. No one is like at the forefront of their mind. Like, yeah, my game's gonna be VR, right? It's the minority who are making VR games. Project location, no. Project location, G drive. Unreal project, select folder. Project name. RPG TBD. C++, desktop maximum, starter content, ray tracing. No starter content, no ray tracing. Because we got Lumen. Lumen's already ray tracing. So, a lot of the content that you have for Unreal Engine 4 will still work in Unreal Engine 5. You can see this little cloud Bedeely. You have no idea for the game title? Play with food. Yes. You see this little cloud Bedeely in this Unreal Engine 5 early access project, St. Gregory, which you probably shouldn't be looking at. If you're my St. Gregory, if you're my St. Gregory, you shouldn't be seeing that. I don't know who I have to make this game for, but it's meant to be a secret. It's meant to be a game jam secret. It's like a Secret Santa, but in July. So that cloud is actually it's a volumetric cloud from the Good Sky, the dynamic skybox, dynamic skysphere, whatever it was called. I honestly can't remember what it's called. But I thought it would be cool to just play with fire and see if it would import. Granted, because I changed some options, it took like a year to turn like actually be visible, but it works fine. The sky sphere is just a sphere with a texture on the inside, and the clouds are, I think, entirely coded within themselves. So as long as you're running on DirectX, it's fine. It just works, right? It's just a bunch of textures and instructions. Most of it's in C++, and everything that was Blueprint hasn't changed yet. So that's nice. Obviously, anything that's FBX, PNG is just gonna. It's an FBX or a PNG. No brainer that that's gonna work. Project files out of date. Update. Right. How we got to do this again? Game content. Is there a? Can I? Okay. Texture. Can I just like F and no? Control F? No. Materials. Mesh. Should these be plural? Doesn't matter. Yeah, alright, alright. FX or SFX. S sound. BRB. Aww. Volume, pitch, low pass, attenuation. Got this one selected, right? Attenuation distance scale 1. Always play. Child classes. It's fine. Stereo bleed none. LFA bleed 0.5. Voice center channel volume. Center channel only. Apply ambient volumes. Yeah. Should I have ambient sound effects and action sound effects be children of SFX, or should I just have them just to have an ambient off master? It's basically just to change the volume of them, right? I think it's fine if we do this. in Screaming Snake case. There you go. That looks nice. That looks like it makes a logical sense, right? You tell me about Stereo Bleed. What is Stereo Bleed? Let's get Google Chrome. Let's preempt. Oh, UE4 Stereo Bleed. Stereo Bleef. What is it? Sound attenuation. Why does 3D position audio sources sound choppy? So you monitor in stereo. Turn your camera left and right with a spread of zeros. Source will jump from 10 to 15% spread. Max distance. Max value of your attenuation curve. So it always bleeds a little to smooth out. Something. Sound attenuation. docs.unrealengine.com. Starai. Alright. None. There's no reference to Stereo Bleed in this. How dare you? Y'all get the fuck out of here. Woo! Stereo Bleed is no longer supported. And it's still on the goddamn front page on Unreal Engine 5. Can we just take a second to appreciate that? I'm gonna turn the light off. It's too much for me. I can't deal with this shit. I cannot deal. Light. That's nice. Can I just not have it so bright? It's really nice. I have a smart light now. Quote unquote smart light. It's a dumb smart light. It's one of those, bargain bucket, made in China, sold in Amazon. Actually, it's not. I gotta take that back. It was designed in Wales by a British company, so hear ye Brits. Chink. It is made in China though. I get unnecessarily angry about it. It's not that bad. Like, I think the worst part about it was wiring it in. It's very frustrating. And the people previously who owned this house, before we moved in, they did some shit. Okay, they did some shit wiring. They did some shit with the ceiling. Jesus Christ, there was plaster falling out of the hall. I don't want to talk about it. It was a nightmare to put that the new light up, but now I have it. It's amazing. It doesn't dim very well. Like, if it's pitch black outside, 1% dim, it still lights up the whole room perfectly fine. And it doesn't have any cool modes. Like, I bought an LED, I bought a smart LED light bulb for one of the other rooms, and it has like a candle mode, so it'll try and synthesize the kind of light that a candle makes. I was gonna say something, I know, and I completely forgot what I was gonna talk to you about. We could probably put these in their own folder, couldn't we? Other filters, show redirectors. Hey, we didn't get any. Perfect. I can't remember how this works. But I get the feeling that we have to make one for each one. Yeah. New map. Test in game content levels. But I was going to say something about the light that I got. I was going to tell you something cool about it. And I forgot completely. It was a nightmare to put up. Doesn't dim very well. It's got okay CRI, like the color representation index. It's okay. I don't think it's as good as they claim it is. But yeah, I wish it had like some of the nice smart light modes that other smart lights have. Like, it has the RGB over time, panning, scrolling thing, which is great for sending you at 4 a.m. when you haven't slept. I I turned it on because I thought it'd be fun, and my brain was not happy about that after a while. You can set it different colors, but I think I'd have to program my own flickering candle mode. And I think the scenes mode doesn't deal with RGBA. It just deals with the RGBs. So I'm not sure how I'd do white, unless there are no A LEDs and it is always RGB, which is scary if you think about it. Most RGB lights have got a white LED, and they tint it with the blue or the red and green LEDs to make it, more blue or more yellow. Network error. Thank you. Don't deny me access to my... Let's check it out, actually. Yeah. Scene 1. Back. Yeah, that's the alert. Yeah. So I have Oh, here we go. I can put him on Google Assistant here. Yeah, I am actually just messing around with the light now. So night scene is a yellow lamp. Read scene is a blue lamp. Meeting is an orange lamp. Leisure is a blue lamp. And then I have yellow alert, red alert, and RGB flashing. The red alert one is pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Is it kind of warm in here? I've just been talking about my smart light and not developing a game here. Real sorry. Allow me to continue developing a game in just a moment. I just get distracted pretty easily. Oh right, yeah, that's another thing that we need to do. Project settings, plugins. Here we go. VR. Why aren't these off by default? I don't know, but they aren't, and you have to restart the editor every time you want to change that. Which makes me angry, because until the day comes when I make that one VR game that I want to make, when I figure out how voxels work finally, I don't need them to be on. Ever. No one does. One person does. Alex Clark Games needs that button to be on, but no one else. Shout out to Alex Clark Games, by the way. I haven't managed to catch his streams in ages, but he's a cool dude, and he's making a cool game. Gameplay. Lightweight instance. What is that? What is a lightweight instance? A lightweight instant static mesh manager. Post active spawn. There it is. Docs 5.0. So, I have a really annoying feature on my phone. This is why I'm getting distracted by my phone. Did I get distracted from being distracted? Jesus Christ. So my phone has this thing. I'm going to throw it. Phone has been thrown. No. Screen down. Fuck you. So it has a light sensor on the front like everyone else's phone, right? But Sony decided it would be a cool idea if it would just show you things like the time and the weather, your texts, occasionally if the screen's up, right? So it just occasionally turns on. And the light that it puts out from the screen is based on how dark the scene that it sees is. So usually, if it's on a desk, it's full bright white pixels if it's got something to show you. And if something is occluding the light sensor, it dims it, and it's fine if it decided to do that statically, you know, when it first popped itself on. This doesn't have any information. Called after spawning a new actor from lightweight instance. Yeah, great. Yeah, okay. What's it do though? Okay, we're not going to use it. What we came for? Blueprint class. Game mode. game mode is the multiplayer one, right? I don't think we'll need that because we're making an RPG single player, so we don't need things like respawn. GM VRPG. Engine input. I never find it, and I never remember what it is. So there's action mapping, select, cancel, menu. What's the other one? Special, I don't care. And then there's axis mapping up. Move up, down. There's move left, right. There's camera up, down, up to one. Okay. I don't even know. You tell me how that happened. Camera up, down, and right. Yeah, it's left, right because X, Y, Z. X positive is to the left. That's the. There we go. We did it. It's only taken 1.5 years, but we finally worked out. It's finally clicked. It says select, cancel menu, special. We need pause actually. Pause. Home. Select, cancel menu, special, pause, and home. Second question. Are we going to use UMG? Or are we going to use a series of convoluted voxel-based actors that will spawn into the scene? So UMG obviously has the benefit of being scalable across window sizes. So we'll use that. Of course we're going to have to use that, aren't we? Imagine shirking a built-in automatic window resizer. This water tastes real funny. Like I put juice in it, sure, but that's interesting. Uh, right, so move up down is gonna be what? Steam. Oh wow. 0, 1, 2, 3. Back left, back right. Steam. PS4 gesture. Index. Oh! Friend, look at all that. It's really weird, actually. The trackpads on the Index are they're capsule shaped. If you hear for the Unreal Engine stuff, you'll know what a capsule shape is, right? So on the let me just grab it. On the Vive, they were circular, which encourages a two axis kind of movement, right? Of the thing, right? But on the Index, it's a capsule, so it's more like a scroll bar, right? So I thought it's just up and down, but it's actually not up and down. It tracks left and right too, and also I don't know if it's like a proximity sensor on the top, or if it's like a capacitance sensor inside the buttons. But every fucking millimeter of the top of this thing can sense a touch input, right? So if you go into Valve Home and you've got your Index and you put your finger on B, your thumb, or your thumb, it'd be a thumb. If you put your thumb on B, your thumb, the hand holding the Index controller, will go on B. Is it Valve Home that does that? It's the loading page, right? Anyway, I was looking for a keyboard W. Wish it was easier to do these. Oh right, yeah, no. Whoops. That's just left is and then what is wrong with me today? Cannot type for shit. Pretty cool how you can define left shift and right shift to be different things. And camera up down keyboard is going to be what, IJKL? That's a standard, right? IJKL. But also Mika is back. Numpad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Num 8, I think. And num 3. No, num 2. Num 2. So this is the control scheme that I used for Final Fantasy 11 for like forever. This is gonna be. That's gonna be J. I've made a booby again. That's gonna be K. Any key. That's not cool. IJKL. This is gonna be num 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is gonna be num 6. So it's a really cool layout for one-handed gameplay if you have a full-sized keyboard. I no longer have a full-size keyboard I can test this out with. Oh, there's one here. There's one here. Ah, give it to me. Yeah, so you move with your thumb and you move the camera with your WASD fingers, but your left hand WASD fingers, right? Trust me, it's a cool layout. It's very fast, and especially if you're playing the game only with a keyboard, it allows you pretty quick access to like typing, because your fingers your fingers are here, right? And then you can just press enter and then type a message to your bro. It's a really trust me, it's fun. Action mappings. Recenter. Camera. Why don't you not have a capital letter? Recenter camera is going to be WASD IJKL. Oh, camera's got to be the mouse. I completely forgot that a mouse could be a thing. I don't think I want it to be the mouse though. That's the thing. That's a big point. It's not a WASD and mouse kind of game. It's the kind of game where maybe you wouldn't even rotate the camera ever. Maybe. Is it? What kind of game am I making? Grid based, right? So I may have to define something in C++. A class of stuff for grid. Grid class. I don't know. You can make an array of arrays. What? No. I mean, yes, but no. That's not what I mean. So the movement in this game isn't going to be free movement. It's going to be grid-based movement. So the input method and the checking for like collision and movement validity is going to have to be a little bit more custom than usual, to ensure the player doesn't desync from the world. So if there's some kind of a rounding error moving from one grid to another grid, and this accumulates over time, there's a chance that the player will desync with the world grid, right? And the player character will start being able to clip through things. And this is Zelda Majora's Mask ultra hacks that we are not allowing to have in our game. Okay. An array of arrays is a grid, kind of. Gamepad right thumbstick button. Also, you can get away with just an array if you know the dimensions of the grid. Oh yeah, you can use a mod. And then the arrays the number of blocks in the grid, and the modulo defines what row you're on. Yeah, you can do that. Or each time the modulo takes over. But that gets tricky for navigating the things, and that's not what we're doing anyway. We don't have to keep track of how many grid spaces there are in the world. We just have to make sure the player doesn't escape the grid. and we have to make sure that the player's movement is bound to the grid, and we want to make the movement checking if they can move into a new square encapsulated away from the player, because it shouldn't be an issue. The player character itself shouldn't be checking. It should just know. It should be told by the grid. Right. So when he moves into a new square, I guess there can be some kind of like a magnetic that just nudges him towards the center of the grid square, and then the grid can tell the character where it can go, maybe. The point is you can get away with BP, you do not need C++. Yeah, but if I do it in C++, it'll be fast. This is going to be something that happens a lot, right? Like once a second, twice a second. That's a lot. Maybe. But yeah, well, I'm not gonna do anything rash. I'm not just gonna gamepad special right. This is gonna be gamepad special left. Gamepad special left is select, if you didn't know. Why has it taken my capital letter away again? Screw you. Select. I can't use select. There's already an action mapping called select. Share. This is the share button on PS4, right? A lot is 10,000 times a second. 1 times a second you can use BP. You know, I found some things which doing one thing a second in BP causes a huge lag spike, but it's usually stuff that checks and then disables something. I found disabling things and enabling things with Blueprint is extremely inefficient. Tick especially. Tick, control input type. I don't get it. I don't know why it's so heavy. But if you do something like that in BP at runtime, it's just like, oh! It takes a second. Like, you remember the menu on Bubbleman, where if you stopped using the mouse for a fifth of a second, bet you'll not see a difference in C++? Probably not. It's probably the way it's set up to work, right? You're not meant to be turning tick on and off on things willy-nilly. It's not a special. It's not a good thing to do. So, but you remember the cursor that did ray tracing to see if it was hitting something, and if you let it alone for a few seconds, it would stop ray tracing to save on CPU cycles. And then if you moved it, there'd be like a second lag, maybe half a second lag if you were lucky, and then it would jump. The cursor would jump to where your mouse was pointing, and the ray tracing would enable because tick was turned on. But that would cause weird glitches where it would try and ray trace where it was jumping to as it was jumping to where it was ray tracing to, and it would light up the whole menu all at the same time, and the menu wouldn't deselect itself even if you weren't hovering over the menu. You know, I have a special function in that game when you deselect, when you have your cursor not hovered over anything on the menu, and it's ray tracing, right? It's meant to return no hits, and when it returns no hits, it's meant to deselect everything. It's a function to deselect everything that it calls every time it hits nothing, and it's ridiculous that you have to like to get them to unselect. And it wasn't really. It's not. It is just a visual glitch. It doesn't actually select things, but until I added that function, it did, and that was very very annoying for me. Gamepad, right thumbstick, X, no, Y axis. y-axis, gamepad, right thumbstick, x-axis. I think that needs to be scale -1, but we'll find out, I'm sure, soon enough. Or probably not soon enough. Gamepad, left thumbstick, y-axis. Gamepad, left thumbstick, 2D axis. It's really, I don't think you can set that up. I don't think you're allowed to set that up in Unreal Engine. I don't know why they give you that option. Can you break that? Is that like a breakable? Do I need to save this to save this? Project settings. All settings. Fill out your copyright notice in the description page of project settings. Hello, copyright noticed. All rights reserved. 2021. Licensing terms. All rights reserved. Privacy policy. No data collected. Friend. Have a fun day. Project displayed title. Ooh. Project thumbnail. Ooh. Description. Voxel art. Supposed to put your own company name in the copyright notice. Oh. Supposed to put your own company name in the copyright notice. I don't have a company name, Mika. I mean, I did. I have a trading name, right? I have a company name. Put my name? Hell no. All rights reserved. Famous Twitch streamer, and I don't know, 2021. E.g. copyright C 2021 and I don't know. Oh yeah, it's copyright, isn't it? It's not all rights reserved. Oh, is that a thing? You can hold Alt and then you can type that in and it gives you the copyright symbol? Apparently not. Where do you get your symbols from? Do I dare type something in here? Copyright symbol. Hi. I think my keyboard needs a button for this. All I have is all I have is that. Copy paste. Company name, company distinguished name, homepage, and customer support contact. Should window preserve aspect ratio? Yes. Use borderless window? No. Allow window resize? No. Allow close? Yes. Allow maximize? Yes. Allow minimize? Yes. Borderless window? Should use a borderless slate window instead of a window with a system title bar and border. Ooh. Yeah, that's cool. That's one of those cute. That's how you get the UI that isn't Windows UI, right? The whole thing is a UMG. has a UMG frame around it with the window thing. Yeah, we don't need that. Description voxel art. Voxel art based old school JRPG. Voxel art based old school JRPG. Now I don't want to put anyone off, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get not sure I'm going to be able to get to actually doing anything. Target hardware. Desktop maximum. Okay. Supported platforms. Not all. Not Android. What is Lumen? I don't know. iOS. Mac. This is a fucking tvOS. No. Lumen. Is this Apple Mac? Or is it iOS? Is this like what they use now? And is this what they used in the 90s? Screw it, I don't really care. Asset manager. Asset manager. Let's use the ass manager. Okay. Asset tools. AI system. I think it's fine. I don't think we need to change any of this stuff. Default sound class. Sound class master. Default media sound class. Sound class music, I guess. Default sound concurrency. Default bass sound mix. VoIP sound class. None. VoIP sample rate. Maximum concurrent streams. Four. Global max pitch scale. Little min pitch scale. Master submix. Reverb submix. I guess we want to make our own one of those too. I got a Trello for this. I made a Trello specially for this project. Ah, my eyes! Trello flashbang. To do. Default sound concurrency. Master submix. Reverb submix. I just wanna no. I just want to change the cover to the color of a default sound concurrency, which is blue, isn't it? Oops. Yeah. Whoops. Change cover. It's blue. And the submix and reverb submix are green. Am I working on my JRPG? Nice. I am working on my JRPG. It is nice. Finally working on it. Quote unquote finally, right? I don't want to complain about Trello, but it's really slow. Like I don't really care about the internals of these stuff. Here's some tiling utility. Ooh. Cantona. I said ooh, poopy. I did work on this. Yeah, this is no longer in UE5. It is no longer in UE5, right? I'm just trying to think if I put it into a different project. No. I definitely trashed it, didn't I? Oh, Mika, fun thing for you. Our default feature .anti-aliasing allows you to select anti-aliasing in the settings menu kind of style. So it allows you to toggle between no anti-aliasing, FXAA, TXAA, and MSAA using 0123 console commands. And you can use that to do scalability settings in your Looky menu, if you have a Looky menu. Yeah, it took me like a long time to find that, but it's really weird because it kept recommending me the same forum post, and I was like, whatever, man. This forum post doesn't have any information about, you know, runtime changing the anti-aliasing method. And then like one day I decided to actually read the forum post, and I scrolled down, and the last comment is like, oh yeah, you can use this. And then it was like, oh yeah, problem solved. Everyone was happy, and once again, we don't need any of that. Cooker. Enable cooking file network in the background of the editor. Launch on uses this setting. Generate DDC data in the background. Iterative cooking for builds. Launch from the editor. Iterative cooking from the file cook menu context. Cooking on the fly when launching from the editor. Launch on cooker. Progress display mode. I'm not going to touch that. Crowd manager. I'm not going to touch that. Data driven CVARs. These are saved in default ini, which is currently writable. Debug camera controller? I don't know. Gameplay debugger? I don't know. Garbage collection. Runtime between purging pending kill objects. Is that seconds? Flush streaming on GC. Number of retries before forcing GC. Parallel GC. Incremental begin destroy enabled. Multi-threaded destruction enabled. Garbage collector U object clusters. Asset clustering enabled. Actor clustering enabled. Ooh. Blueprint clustering enabled. No. General settings. Tiny font. Small font. Medium font. Large font. A console class. That's fine. I don't think we need any of those. Can I enable the console in release builds? Would be nice to learn how GC in UE4 works. Sometimes objects are disappearing on you. I'm trying to remember how they work. So I can't remember how they work either. In fact, I think I watched a video about it one time. And they were talking about something. And it works slightly different to C++, where if there's no references, it's automatically killed. Ah. Do I need to go to all settings? Oh, it's in editor preferences, that's why I can't find it. Power 2 grid snap size, yes. Interesting. Is this cranked? It is not cranked, and I have cranked it. Okay. We better import that lad, betn't we? Where's the where did I put him? Did I delete that project? I think I may have deleted that project. Barrel Boys 420. Hello CPP. Line trace particle. You remember that one, Mika? My project 2. Thank you. I think I deleted it. Oops. Voxel Playground? Voxels. No. Looks like I deleted him. That's fine. Can we dock the message log down there next to the output log? Can we have the message log and the output log next to each other like that? That's horrible. Why did I think that was a good idea? Can we have it underneath maybe? It's not great, is it? No, not like that. Like in this tab. What have I done? Ah! Yeah, yeah, that's fine. MagPal basic, right? So this is going to be just straight up. Straight up. Ay, ay, ay. Where am I? Where is it? Can you not do that, please? You can just chill out a little bit. Input palette. And then it's just RGB, and then convert to parameter, MSR, metallic, specular, roughness, MSRA. Oh shit. Not like that. Not like that. Metallic, specular, roughness, and isotropy, please. Not MSRA. Or is it MRSA? That's the virus. Yikes. There you go, it's perfect. Yeah, can we get the actual playground out to the front? And then theoretically, if we were to select this lad and select this lad and then select that lad, he'd just turn up and he'd be perfect. Check him out. Do you know the Visual Studio? It is a shame that we have deleted that project, because I needed something from in there. Did I not? We can add this to show all projects. It straight up where is my vault? I moved the vault right to the G drive. Unreal Vault. Vault cache. Folder is empty. God damn it. Okay, it's fine. We'll just add this to a random project and then we'll just copy it across. No problem. What are we gonna add it to, huh? You're gonna add it to... We'll add it to Curdle Jam. Right, and then we just gotta... Where'd I put it? Curl Jam. Move to content. And then it's gonna be like, whoa, you done something crazy, bro. You can't just do that. That's right there. It is gonna have to build all these materials, isn't it? It's gonna have to be like what did we have before? We had Windwalker. Don't you give me any of that. It's kind of weird how the post-process kicks in before you get there. And then you get... I don't like that one. I don't like it. We had oh, is it this? Is it newsprint? I liked newsprint, but I didn't like the fact that it was black and white, right? What the hell is this? He just has like a little shadow around him. That's pretty wild. Lumen is doing some work on that cape as well. Yeah, I'm real sorry. I gotta recompile every single one of these shaders. Good that they work though. Just don't mind me spilling water all over myself. Blech. Yeah. I still didn't find out where that sound effect's from, and it's really annoying. It's stuck in my head, and I know it's from a game, and I know I played that game a whole bunch. It's Vax. Where is he? Bats. It's not very cool. It could be more radioactive, let's be real. It could be more green. So let's just chill out in the post-process volume for a while. We'll check out some of the presets. Then we'll get our favorite preset. And we'll tweak it until it's perfect. Is that it? That is it. Oh. Well, would you look at that? It's got the newsprint. It's got the newsprint halftone. But it's color. That is a very potential, yes. Can I just make this a little bit bigger so that we're not fighting like the So like if I want to see it from far away, I can, like, you know, if you're in a town, you're gonna be like, whoop. You know what I'm saying? And it's maybe a little bit aggressive for far away stuff, huh? Like the halftone starts to destroy some of the detail because it's screen space. I know, it's kind of cool. Classic shader. This might be useful. Although it's drawing all the weird lines of the mesh on the inside. What is that? It's nothing. Colored pencil. It's a little bit washed out. I don't know. This is quote unquote dirty manga, but I don't know. Looks actually quite nice, kind of clean. A little bit of a stroke and a little bit of definition between the different colors of the material. Cell shader for default. Okay. Ugh. Lumen is having a hard time with this. Lumen's having a bit of fun with the shadows in the background there. I don't like that one. Hero comic. Okay. Very stark lighting. I feel like we could have a use for this one. Already looked at newsprint. What is this? Old school adventure. It's funny because that's the vibe we were going for. But with the shader on as well, it's too much. But, you know, there could be a use for this, you know? If we do, like, weird close-up stuff. Because I have some ideas on... I have some ideas about the game. About the flow of the story. About the progression. And, it's got to be funny, right? It's got to be a little bit lighthearted. It's got to be fourth wall. What the frick is going on here? Has a depth pass, and the depth pass at infinity makes it into parchment. Nothing else. So we'd have to get close to the ground to see this. But it's pink parchment. I don't even know why. Oh, it's translucent. You can see the sky through it. That's so weird. I don't like it. I mean, it's interesting, but it's not useful to me. Cell shader Sumi A. Ah! Is this an outside in kind of post process? No. Help. Cell shaded trip. I'm guessing this is just going to be wild psychedelia, right? Great, thank you. Do the colors change, or is it just pink and yellow? Okay, I don't think we need that one. We have beautiful real-time lighting systems in Unreal already. Shader Voltron. Oh yeah, this is the rim lighting only shader. I remember this. It's really slow to update and it's kind of blurry. Yeah. Cell shader watercolor. I don't understand where all this pink in the sky is coming from. It's not that pink, and it's doing some weird stuff with the bloom. I'm not a fan. It is very much that traditional Photoshop watercolor filter, though. Well, kudos for that, I guess. So I like aged comic. Was it 80s cartoon? Yeah, 80s cartoon. Or was it Dirty Manga? Dirty Manga. Dirty Manga, aged comic, newsprint, hero comic. I feel like they have their uses, right? Newsprint, hero comic, aged comic. Hmm. The sky's freaking out with this one though. So the sky is just freaking out. Yeah, this is nice. There's a lot less freak out here. The half toning's pretty cool. It's kind of cool. It's kind of half toning in the wrong kind of order though. I want more half tone visible on darker stuff, right? I wonder if there's a way we can fix that. Duplicate this, and we call this PPMI RPG half tone color. Add that. Unlink it from the dock so we can mess around with it on maybe another screen. Apologies to anyone who follows or subscribes. I can't see that right now. Or I guess I can make this big and then I can dock this to the right hand side. Just let me see. Cell detail line weight. 1. 4. It gets blurry. Right, okay. 0.1. 0. 1. Cell detail power. 0. 2. Ah. Oh, that's wild. Right. Okay. He's got a weird creepy shadow now. Leave that at 1. Make that 200 maybe. Okay. That's too much, isn't it? It's having a struggle. I turned cell lighting on. Does it look any different? I don't understand what's going on. I mean, I can see it changing, but I don't know why. Why does it change? Right, so it's changing the bands between the highlight and the low light. Right? Interesting. Looks like we can use it to tame some of the highlights in the LAD if we need to. Cell lighting direct light direction. Ah. Right. Tricky. Cell outline bleed reduction. Depth scale 1. Right, okay. That's 0.1. 5, it looks like we start to get some bedealies in the background. Okay. Cell outline power. Five. Cell outline weight. Use variable line weight, yes. Variable line weight jagginess. 0. 1. 2. 100. Is that, did it? I don't know. I don't know. Use variable line weight. Sure, why not? Color grading. No color grading. I'm gonna get the Unreal shaped hand crank out in a second. Oh, here we go. So he's unchanged, but the sky is no longer that weird pink color. So I think is maybe a step in the right direction. I can see it, like, I can see it doing things. Whoa. That's some jaggies right there. Individual pixels rendered. I can do it. I can do it seeing something, but what's it doing? I wish it had inner shadow. Oh god. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's how you set up the rim lighting. Use the inner shadow, and it gives you a shadow on the inside of whatever you're in it. Would you have guessed? Would you have guessed? So you can do some cool like top-down shadow effects with that, but it's not useful to us now, I don't think. Have bright orange lines if you want them. There's an outer shadow as well as an inner shadow, so maybe this will give us some stuff. Oh. Duh. That's yeah, no, that's not gonna. I'm gonna pixelate option now. Pixelate amount of 1, I think. Doesn't really pixelate that much, huh? Oh boy. And we've come full circle, friends. Oh my days. We've come full circle. We made the 3D model from the 2D sprite, and now we have returned the 2D sprite from the 3D model. Oh no. That's a really cool effect. It's horribly broken, but it's a really cool effect. Let's just turn that off. See what this does. It does something wild apparently. I think we need to turn that off to get this to work properly. what's gone on here? It lets you put in some real garbage values for that. Okay, there we go. Oh. I don't know what I've done. Oh, I can just reset these to default, right? Ooh. That is not default for the material instance. No, I think we've messed something up. Gonna have to open up the original. We got base ink fade 0, dots contrast 10, fade power 0.2, mask tiling 10. Oh, and posterize is on but is off. Print dots opacity, we have that as well. Make them half as opaque, twice as opaque. Can't make something twice as opaque. That's silly. But if we posterize them, and then we make them like 0.6. Could have sworn I didn't do any of that depth fade stuff. That's weird. Is that because I posterized it? Yeah. Okay. Stop messing around with it. Extra saturation. It doesn't seem to do anything. Shadow shading. Shadow shading what? Does not appear to do anything. No shadow shading. Watercolor. Ah, here we go. All right, that's how you get that, huh? That's disgusting. I do not like that. Turn that off. Bleed smoothness 0. Oh, that's gotten rid of all the half toning. No, it hasn't. Has it? It's reduced it significantly. That's interesting. That's it. Layer parameter. Add a material attributes layer to see it. Yeah, okay. There you go. That's the post-process material so far. Looks kind of cool, don't it? Kind of weird how the halftone pattern fades in and out with the with motion. Right. We should move this. PPMIRPG halftone color. New folder. World meshes. New folder. Building meshes. Actor meshes. Entity meshes maybe. And actor meshes we need player characters, non-player characters, enemies. Tmag default. What's the opposite of a post process? Don't say pre-process. Do not say a pre-process. Like what am I going to call the materials that go on like actors or buildings or something? Asset materials. Why not? And this is going to be MI mag pal basic. I still have the post process open. Skip frames due to encoding lag, 1.3%. What the hell? All those materials that I'm rendering. The half-tone pattern kind of comes and goes, doesn't it? It's a bit weird. I'm sure we can tweak it some more later. Do you like how he doesn't have any collision? You can just directly inside. Oh, there's a whole bunch of non-connected voxels. You see that? Oh, in fact, that's fine. Look, they're under his chin. They are not connected for a reason. I like how we're back to this lad in an empty room. Game content. Audio levels, materials, meshes, textures. Need to make like the actor. Buildings don't need to be actors because they're static meshes. They can just be placed into the world, as can terrain. I want a new drink. I don't have any drinks. My mouth's getting a bit. So I'm probably going to go get a drink right now, in fact. And I'll leave you with this beautiful monster. Oh, Epic Slime. You want a new angle on it, maybe? Looking out into the sunset. It's not really a sunset, but yeah. I'll be right back. The big question is, what am I doing? Now, this is like the third time I've made this as well. This makes me so sad. I have to make it every time. Can I not just steal it from Curdle Gem? Content. Game content. Utility BP. You sure I couldn't just like steal it? Yeah, I can just take it. Okay. Delete that, I guess. Oh. 3 references because it's open and it's not saved. Grid spawning, get rid of that. Get rid of that. How can I delete it? 2 references in them. Come on. Come on, man. Oh. Something not right about that. should have mesh reference, right? Oh, it's because I have a search. Here we go. So it's assumed that you're going to be using cubes with this. Or if you're not using something cube, something that isn't going to be rotated, like a floor. You can have a longer floor or a deeper floor if you need it. Ugh. There's a pixel gap between these lads. What? I wonder why. Is it the hair? Is it that one little beam of hair? No. No, there is genuinely a pixel gap. Interesting. Oi! What was that? What caused that issue? Am I gonna do a hexagonal grid or a square grid? I'm gonna do a square grid. I'm gonna do a cubic grid. Hexagons don't tessellate in three-dimensional space. Sadly. There's only 3 Newtonian solids. Plutonium solids. What are they? Who is it? It's not Descartes. It's not Plato. It's not Socrates. Euclid? Euclid? They do? No, they don't. Because a hexagon in three-dimensional space would be an icosahedron? A dodecahedron? It's a three-dimensional hexagon called. Is it a D10? No, it's a pentagram. Pentagon. Hold on. That shape is a pentagon, yes. Where's my D20 gone? It's gone, but that's triangle faces. I don't think you can make a three-dimensional hexagonal faced object, can you? Not that's regular. Uh, 3D hexagon tessellation. Okay. Okay. So you see, we have a square face here. Sphere packing. Sphere packing is an arrangement of non-overlapping spheres within a containing space. Spheres are considered usually of all identical size, and space is usually three-dimensional Euclidean spaces. Yeah, but that doesn't resolve that that doesn't resolve into a shape. No backseat game design. What? It showed me my own chat rules. Thank you. So sphere packing doesn't extrapolate to a three-dimensional object. It extrapolates to a hexagonal prism, which is not. So like if we were doing, it's fine to do a hexagonal space like this in a 2D plane, but if you wanted to add a 3D plane to it, just going up, that's boring. That's boring. So like with cubes, it makes sense that they just go up because they only have three axes of movement, right? But with a hexagon, 3D hexagon, what is a 3D hexagon called? Not that. God, what? I don't think they exist. That's the thing. A regular 3D hexagon. What we got here? Icosahedron. Dodecahedron. Or dodecahedron is a deca with those on it, right? Icosahedron is 20. So what I'm trying to say is, you can't make a three-dimensional polygon out of regular hexagons. It's impossible, right? Hexagonal prism, sure. What's the name of a 3D hexagon? Truncated octahedron. Let's look at that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it has square faces to join the hexagons together. Like a football has pentagon faces to join the hexagons together. Or actually, I have. It's been a really long time since I've seen a football that was made out of hexagons, and pentagons. And most of them these days are made out of just fucking weird shapes. But yeah, hexagons are great for 2D space because they give you an extra two directions of movement, and they tile the plane, of course. It's always important to tile the plane. But for 3D and for the style of game that I'm doing, you know, traditional, crusty JRPG, it's gonna be cube. Or square. Square, cube, square. Doesn't matter. Do you care? Let me just delete that a second. So there isn't really a good reason for me to have a Hizmk tile helper beyond expediency. It's not better for performance, right? I mean, Hizmks are the most efficient way of spawning an object, but or not Hizmks, but instant static meshes at least. I think it's actually. Can I have a button? Can I have a button? To do. Button to render the blocks to static meshes in the world. And delete the helper. For performance, non-critical, use the helper to make fast level geometry. Heart, smiley face, cover, make it pink, I don't know, why not? Isn't tiling utility. Migrated and checked. Complete. Where's the complete button? It's 3 out of 3. Change cover. Oh, we'll make it green because it's complete. Complete. Why do I have this? I'm gonna delete this. Can I like move? Well, I can just drag it to complete. That's not very good. Assets 3D. I don't know if we should make this bigger. We should make another like this is gonna be assets 3D development, and then we're gonna have assets 3D character As I wish there was like a way I could like collate these this way and not just all the way like this. We should probably move complete next to to do. Oh, we closed it. Oh, but it's here. I better have said G drive. Yeah. I'm glad I watched that video. It's pretty cool. There's a dude live on Reddit right now. Not that I would push my fan base away, but he's doing music. You could watch both at the same time, quote unquote watch. And he's playing guitar along to some video game soundtracks, Bad Hairline Productions. I mean, I'm in. It was badass. Right. Where did I put the game mode? Where is it? Yeah, why is it in audio? Has no redirector. Has been moved successfully. That's very annoying. Moving things by accident, putting things in the wrong place. I should be doing something, I'm sure. Setting up an actor or something. Let's get a magic voxel. Let's go do some magic voxels. Uh. Well, what I really want, what I really want. Let's do like dirt. And grass on the top. Oh no. It's happening. I made Minecraft. No. This block's a little bit more high res than Minecraft block. Just a little bit. Minecraft. You can call me Hatsune Miku any day of the week. It's just it's a generic dirt cube with some grass on the top, alright? It's not copyrighted. Yet. I mean the actual pixel layout for the Minecraft cube definitely is copyrighted. Intellectual property of Microsoft. I just colored that whole highlight in. I didn't mean to. I don't want to. Whatever. I mean, it looks okay enough for like dev art, right? Extreme dev art. Oh, how rude of me not using my actual coaster. Hellpoint is free for 48 hours on GOG. Let me claim that. Metal Gear Solid is on GOG. Claim the game. I have two things in my cart on GOG. Oh, Cyberpunk and Divinity. Thank you, GOG, for the free game. There it is. Date and time, 15:06. That's tomorrow. Nice. Oh. Just making sure that I have the details available for the booking, as that is an important thing to do these days. Booking. I'm gonna save this as dev art, okay? So we don't have to get angry about this being horrible. But I will add some detail to the mud, and not that much detail. Nothing on the bottom. This isn't going to be viewed from the bottom, is it? Hopefully. Export. OBJ. Please. Dirt cube with grass. Put a big whip on the side of the cube. Does not do FBX. Ooh. Does not do FBX, but we have this handy dandy Autodesk FBX converter. Nice. And then take it down a peg, and then actually right. Hear me out. This is gonna get weird. Can I just view it from the top? No, there's way too much detail. No, there's no. I'm going back to my original idea. How many undos do I get? Ooh. And then these are going to be like a slightly darker. Yeah, and then I can select this with the geometry select tool. And then I can... Is that the right button? No, it's that one. Loop. DevArt. Gobbles. 1 VX deep. And then no. Oops. Not like that. You know when people are on a server and they're like leaving like trees as stumps? Don't do that, please. Oh my god. I thought I saw a floating pixel somewhere. Where'd it go? Whatever. Export obj dev art. Grass. Nope. I mean, yeah, eventually, but just bring those in here. Nice. Whoop. Transform. 000. Grid snapping on 32. Whoa! It's beautiful. How did that not work? What's going on here? We're missing like half of some grass. You can get what's going on here. Hey, buddy. Ah, I know exactly what's going on here. Yes. didn't sort it out, apparently. Okay, right. It's so vibrant, and there's real-time shadows on all of the grass. Yeah, so the reason it's not tiling properly is because it's not the right size, and it's not the right size because the tiling helper looks at the size of the mesh, not the size of the collision, and it's not looking at the size of the collision, it's looking at the size of the mesh, and the mesh is the wrong size. Look at that. I think it would be so easy, wouldn't you? Get quality for collision, no. Get bounds. Number of bounds in the mesh, bounding box. Return value box extent. Including bounds extensions of the static mesh asset. Positive bounds extension. It's the thing we want. Get bounding box. Okay. Ah. Right, okay. Collision. Remove collision. There we go. Just needed to refresh the old Badooly. Ah, right, yeah. So if you just jiggle it a little bit. So if he were to exist upon these cobblestonies, it'd look like that. That looks pretty cool, right? Like you can't. Where is it? Where is this? Where is this post process volume? We're not playing, are we? Yeah, we're not playing. Is that better for your OBS? You stop complaining now. 40 FPS in the viewport. Ugh. Ugh. So obviously we'll have better grass meshes. We'll have better grass meshes. It doesn't really matter if the grass meshes aren't 64 by 64, 32 by 32, whatever scale we're running at. 64 units, right? Because they're scaled up by 20. Oh. Oh. Yeah, this guy's a 16 by 16, isn't he? We already done messed up. I mean, not really, because all of this is the right scale, but this is he the voxels are the same size, but the size of the cubes are wrong. I'm gonna add that to the Trello. Concepts. Add another card. This is gonna be tile size 16 voxels. Change cover. Green. Full cover. Add another card. Combat and exploration in same world space. In brackets, no separate combat level. La DQ11 or Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Oh, can I? Oh, it does. I can use my tilt left and tilt right. I know I said I wanted the MX Master, which has a full scroll wheel to do this, but that's pretty good. I'll live with it. Assets 3D development. DevGrass. DevCobble. DevBlock. Give me that Trello board back. Here's some tile helper. Button to render blocks the static meshes. Can I make a new one? Copy. For random rotation mesh. I can't type. It's a sign that I need to stop. Mesh and material. Options for random rotation mesh and material. Great God. Got myself a lot of to-dos and not a lot of do's. Trello. To-do. Add another card. Player movement. Climb. Dismount. And slide. Cover. Red. Put fire particles on slide. It's a good meme. I kind of wish that Magic of Voxel had a tiling option. I bet it does, doesn't it? I bet I'm gonna go to Google and it's gonna be like Magic of Voxel tiling preview. Shaders. Tricks. Here it is. New live wrapping brush. So it's under transform. F Tracy on Twitter. Don't mind if I do. Oh shit! Oh shit! Page personnel Harrogate is looking for a designer, technical product developer, lingerie. Guys, I'm stopping game design. Fuck that, I'm applying for that job right now. I'm kidding, right? You know I'm kidding. Or am I? But unless I was gonna follow this person on Twitter. I was gonna follow this person on Twitter. Bro, this is how fast I get distracted. You gotta F Tracy. F Tracy. Creator of Magic of Voxel. Ooh. F Tracy has a new product, Magica CSV. Oh, for God's sake! Magica CSG, a lightweight sign distance field editor and path tracing renderer. It looks pretty good. It looks very clean. Looks like you can do a lot of work in it. How's the mouse battery doing? I always worry because it is battery powered. I don't know, I can just plug it in when it dies, but oh man, I don't want to know. I don't want to know when I'm doing stuff. That'd be the worst thing ever. I might reroute the micro USB cable. So I have them at the moment coming out. My three, my mini, my micro, and my C. They come out like to the right and underneath the mouse. I'd take a picture, but you wouldn't like what you saw. But I have the cable zone, as I'm sure you're all aware, where my mouse cable used to come out from. I was thinking I could just have like one of those sticky hook clips. Ah! 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 Okay, we're good. It doesn't look that bad, right? How do you Yeah. Can I see the wireframe? What the frack? There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Oh. Unlit. Oh god. Oh god, no. I don't see where it's meant to show me if it's good or bad. Is blue good? Is green good? Hmm. So yeah, if we're going from from the top down isometric or in line, there's not going to be a lot of overdraw. But if you get down to that tasty clipping angle, oh boy, those grass boys, they just okay, duly noted. And you can see nanite working there. Check out the clusters at the top there. Is it reducing triangles? I don't think it can really. The only way it'd be able to reduce triangles is if it you can see it's going to be crazy. Can't really reduce triangles from planes. Oh, it did. Right there. We have some LODs. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. But it's never going to reduce those down to like just plain old squares. I wonder why not. It should really. There comes a point where it needs to. What about our lad? He has no LODs. I'm not sure it's actually changing. It's not actually changing the geometry. It's just we've built a bunch of geometry which is identical to its right. You zoom in, you lose the nanite. Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, just one thing that we need to do actually before I go yeeting off into space is to set a return point. So clusters is what nanite works on, right? So okay, no, the nanite LODs, they've got some information going on them. You see, that's just one cluster now. You can see that, right? You can see it happening. The grass is never going to disappear, which is a bit scary. Oh, what is that? What is that? What's going on there? There's nothing there. I don't know what's going on. That was cool. That's interesting. Ooh. I think we've got some good data. So I'm gonna leave it there. We'll find someone to raid after we do the talk out. Sorry it started so late today. It's 10:15. It's quite late. But yeah, thanks for coming to watch the live video if you can't watch the live video. Thanks for coming to watch the video on demand if you can't watch the video on demand. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.